Please be advised there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed.
Hello! Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in, and if it's your first time, I appreciate that you pressed play, and I hope you don't regret it. In this video, I'm going to press play on episode 22 from the second season of Fringe, titled Over There Part 1. So if it's part 1 out of 2, that means there's going to be a major cliffhanger that leads into part 2. So far, this season has been quite a trip, and apparently I'm told it's just gonna get more trippy, which makes me wonder if I should continue watching this show sober. I will, for my own sake. Okay, so without further ado, here's my reaction to this episode for you.
Anomalous energy signature detected. Local, Brooklyn.
Oh, hitting the ground running.
Lock it down. I was thinking, hey, maybe a slow day.
Yeah.
It's Saturday and all. No rest for the wicked.
Oh, you're not wicked, Charlie.
Ah!
You really, really well.
You playing my song? Last one event, sir.
The other universe, okay.
You?
Right?
Yes, I can.
Clear as day.
Okay, people, that time's over. Let's go to work.
There really is one of everything.
Class 1 molecular dissolution. Numbers show severe molecular cohesion failure. This isn't just a little tear. We got a full-fledged haul here, people.
Is anything good, Charlie?
No data yet. On site in less than 60
So he's like the Peter version?
Bugs.
Oh, it's probably bugs. What? Looks like you.
On my 6.
Olivia, she's a redhead. Okay, strawberry blondish, I guess. I don't know.
On science and risk reports in 3 minutes.
I didn't imagine really their own Fringe team, but it makes sense. Okay.
Site secure, boss.
Chief, this is bad. Showing stage 3 degradation.
I need data that tells me this event is contained, Captain.
I'm trying.
What are they after?
Hi, I'm Agent Dunham with French Division. Could I see your show me, please?
Okay, brunette.
And there's nothing to worry about. But if you could tell me what you saw, I mean, even small things could be important.
It's kind of good to have a distinguishing factor so you know who's who.
Activating quarantine potentiator.
Agent Farnsworth,
Royal spill up, Colonel.
the system. I need to know if this thing is spreading.
God damn!
We can't have another Boston, Captain.
I know that. I think I don't know that.
Quarantine device unlocked.
Recommendation, Agent.
Quarantine will result in excess of 10,000 casualties.
Warning. 1 minute to quarantine. Massive loss of life will result. Quarantine device unlocked.
God, I didn't even update my will.
Massive loss of life will
Frank
result.
could just spend it all anyway.
30 seconds to quarantine.
It's a very heavy wig she's got on.
Agent Farnsworth.
She's enhanced.
Event is terminated. No quarantine recommended.
Captain, you're clear. Do not quarantine. Repeat, do not quarantine.
20 seconds to quarantine. Massive
We gotta
loss
stop
of
doing
life
this.
will result.
She needs some anti-frizz. It's bugging me. I'm a woman, okay?
What is that?
These look like carcinomas. There's no way anyone could live long enough to develop tumors this severe. Witnesses have anything?
The usual.
Okay, so we're seeing their way of
They saw a blue flash through the
solving
window.
cases.
I gave them chips so they could get radiation scans. Okay, check this out.
They got some super tech to work with, too.
Who the hell is Jackson?
Huh? Huh? Ah! Oh my god! This is crazy! They're there! Cool music. Or superhero-ish, like. Woo! Okay, now I'm finally paying attention to this intro. And no, I won't pick up on differences. Just tell me in your comments. I'm at a point where I'm just relying on that for now, okay? I think you should be fine with that. 36 hours earlier. Okay, all right. Backtrack. Thank you very much.
I can take you back where you belong, son. They have our coordinates. But if you come with me, you won't be able to come back here. You have to make a choice, Peter. Let's go.
Oh, just straight up left in that moment? Beam me up, Scotty! Alright, so they figured out a way to get to that end with a bunch of other people. I spotted Nick, but I didn't really look at the other 2 or 3 that were there. So is Olivia gonna meet her doppelganger? Well, it's technically another version of herself. Alright, thank you, Observer. It's a obvious spotting for me. A letter. You better get on top of it, girl. You got work to do. I'm assuming that's what the message says.
There's something I'm supposed to remember, and I can't remember what it is, but it's about Peter.
Walter?
No. I think something is going to happen to him.
Oh!
Something terrible.
Like the picture? Oh. Are the observers now interfering?
I think this is what I'm supposed to remember.
Okay. Well, one of those men, you know, the observers, I think he left it for me.
But after I brought Peter from the other side some years later, one of them came to visit me. Well, he told me that I had to agree to never let Peter return to the other side.
Why?
Because if I did, this would happen.
Okay, but what is this, Walter? What does it even mean?
Look, this is exactly what it appears to be. See? I think my son is going to be responsible for the end of the world.
What? What?
Walter, how do we
Now,
get him back?
we have no way of contacting him.
Walter!
Okay. Mind blowing here. One after the other.
What is this?
We have reason to believe your company is manufacturing weapons
Leonard.
for missiles. Every piece of data even remotely related to the other universe.
What are you out of
I think you
Stop
will.
it! Both of you. Peter is in danger. Walter says that this technology has a very specific and recognizable design.
This is William's technology, but we didn't build it.
Okay, Nina, listen to me. Peter's been taken. You have to help us cross over.
So they'll just open up a wormhole within the company?
In truth, the 2 universes are overlapping.
Just gotta find that soft spot.
And to get to the other side, our universe needs to pass through you. Literally, like water passing through a cheesecloth. Our cells need to separate on an atomic level. The problem is, when they come back together, they don't come back together with the same cohesion.
Mm-hmm. Ask Mr. Jones about that.
Somehow, Bell managed to cross back and forth, although precisely how, we can find no record. But I suspect...
He didn't share it with Nina?
Whatever methodology, he crossed so many times that he's become like this coffee cup, molecularly unstable.
Why Billy never came back, isn't it? Because he was scared that the same thing would happen to him.
I don't know. I've sent him communications, but if he got them, he hasn't been able to communicate to me. Brandon, give us a moment. Now, unlike William, You have the ability to cross over safely.
I can't. I mean, I can't control it. I flashed over for a few seconds, or Bell's pulled me over, but I can't control it, not on my own.
Not on your own. But if there were 2 or 3 of you, a larger power supply, as it were.
I'm not following.
With more cortexophan children.
Okay, that explains Nick that I saw.
That primal part of the brain which allows us to cross universes is also responsible for a host of paranormal activities. Pyrokinesis, telepathy.
Just enough for 3 more seasons?
We all had these abilities until there was a moment in history when something was done to us and it was shut down. I suspect aliens. You are the only one left.
Actually, she's not.
Time to wake them up!
So you woke all 3 of them up?
Actually 5. We tracked down some others.
Okay.
About 6 weeks ago, Massive Dynamic proposed a series of experiments to help them gain control of and repurpose their abilities.
Look at that!
These 3 have been quite successful. James Heath can now cure a disease, not cause it. Sally Clark is becoming a fully functional pyrokinetic. Antiphrenic lanes and pathic transfers can now be controlled.
Got a haircut. The other 2? Guess I'll meet them later.
Olive.
What the hell? Oh, right. He can affect her. That was so weird. Broils. Oh my god, I gotta meme that for myself and keep it on my desktop. Oh, tears of laughter. I did not expect from this show.
This is new? Who authorized it?
Senate Intelligence. Thanks to Peter. It was part of a list of demands he gave me right before I went to secure our funding.
This is very Mission Impossible.
You wish.
I know you. You're the man that experimented on us. I could kill you where you stand.
Each of you could. What I did was inexcusable. We foresaw that the day would come when both universes would be in jeopardy. So, horrible as it is to say, today is
Voila.
the day for which you were created.
Destiny?
What I could never have imagined is that I would be asking you to help me save my son. I'm so sorry. Well, if none of you are gonna kill me,
Yeah. Let's get on with it, shall we?
I think I'll go and have a bit of a cry.
Oh my gosh, please don't show me that, because then I'll just start bawling with him.
It's not the same guy I remember. He's exactly the same.
Minus some brain tissue.
You go at 0800 tomorrow morning. You might want to get some rest.
Hey, FBI guy. We're about to go save the world, right? 2 worlds even. Can't we have a night off?
Can we just party a little bit?
Whatever they want.
Well, might as well get your last meal. Oh my gosh, speaking of last meal, that's an interesting thing with Peter kind of being crucified in a sense on that picture thingy they showed. And like these are, you know, the apostles having their last supper at some point. Okay, I'm reaching, I know.
Who are you?
Oh, look at that. Healing,
I
healing.
was never lucky, you know? Sometimes people need some good luck. Tonight, I guess that's me.
You better visit every single hospital and do that.
Who else do we have?
Nice. Yeah, these two, okay.
Let me get the strawberry.
Both.
So what would you like this time? Feel what I'm feeling? Or what you're feeling?
Both.
What's Olivia gonna do? Doing laundry. That's practical. Things have seemed to have gone a bit biblical with the prophecy.
Anna, what time is it?
It's early. I have to go on a trip and I wanted to give you something before I left. My mother, your grandmother, gave it to me before she died. She told me that it would keep me safe. So now I'm giving it to you.
Thanks, Anna.
Oh, hello.
I didn't even hear you come in last night.
No, I've been working a case.
Think you'll be home for dinner?
I hope so. I'll call you and let you know.
Okay.
Good on this show for bringing her back, because I was like, they've already dropped a couple of plot lines. This would have been really weird if she never came back in this way.
Look what Olive gave me.
She doesn't like that. Or she's alarmed of what it means.
William Bell asking him to meet us at the Grey Shot Bridge in Central Park at 4 p.m. I think he'll help us find Peter.
Dunham, Master Dynamic didn't make that weapon over here. That means Bell may have made it on the other side for them.
No. I trust him.
In any case, Nina has no confirmation that Bell even gets her messages.
No.
In which case, you're essentially invading enemy territory without a plan. You don't know anything about the opposition, the landscape.
But she always jumps in anyway.
You can't tell me you think this is a good idea.
No. I don't think that this is a good idea. You got a better one?
Lovely, wasn't it? Now, faded and broken.
Okay, so the other Fringe team were investigating their crossover.
You will form a circle. I will stand in the middle and I will lead you across.
No, you can't do this.
Oh, no. He is my son, Olivia.
You can't do this. I won't allow it.
I believe I can. Or else they cannot. I can't ask them to do something that I'm not willing to chance myself. Thank you. Well, if any of you have changed your minds, I will understand.
We were talking about it on the way over here. Maybe you did damage us, but on the other hand, maybe you made us special. Fate is a tricky thing.
Seems the concept of fate and destiny is more intertwined in this show than I thought.
Spread out your arms. You remember how? Spread them out to each other.
Yes.
Good. I want you to think back to when you were just young children. Back to when you were just young boys and girls.
Are they going to show a visual link? That's kind of what I want to see.
Imagine this universe slipping away Opening like a curtain. Allow the universe to pass.
They'll just change the setting around them.
Allow your imagination to take you to the other side.
Ah, it's dizzying looking at it.
James, help me. Look, what are we doing? Look.
They're there.
We made it.
It's so good. It's so good. Oh my gosh, and to think I haven't seen anything really, apparently.
Gotta hide now.
Nick, I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
Through here.
Okay. So their text sensed all that happening and...
I want science and risk reports in 3 minutes.
Try. It's not working. What's wrong with us?
Nick, I'm scared.
Their bodies are trying to kind of reconstruct the way that guy described, and things are kind of haywire.
Who the hell is Jackson?
Got it, Junior?
Those are their clues that that's from a different reality.
Someone's got to visit your sister.
The paper's real.
That's fantastic! Authenticate.
What God's name did y'all find?
Nothing useful dead end so far.
Whatever it is you scared, just raise the red flag over the DOD. The secretary wants to see you.
Department of Defense. Oh my gosh, this is a real trip, man.
Mr. Secretary?
So this is where... Oh!
Thank you.
That's why he called him secretary.
Sorry about your father. He was a good man. Fine jurist.
Thank you, sir.
He's the actual secretary.
I understand you're investigating a fringe event, Brooklyn?
That's correct, sir.
And in this event, there was a casualty, a man?
That's correct, sir. So far, we haven't been able to...
Agent, I believe that I may have insight into who that man is and where he was from.
John Noble.
I tell you, it's classified. But I think it's time you knew what you were dealing with.
Look at his posture. Look at all the changes he made physically.
Fringe Division is a special adjunct branch of the Department of Defense. Its primary focus are natural and environmental disasters that began in 1985 with the Zero event at Raiden Lake.
And what are these natural disasters?
They're holes in the fabric of the universe, sir.
A+. And how do you know this?
I know it because I read it in the ZFT in 1995 when you wrote and published it.
Mm-hmm.
Natural decay of our world. What would you say?
I need my own copy of that.
ZFT is a lie. Or a half-truth anyway. These tears are not natural. They're the work of man. These holes don't simply lead to nothing. There is something on the other side.
What?
Another one.
Bravo.
Another what?
Another universe.
A $20 bill
It's
was...
from the other side. And so is he. And I suspect he didn't come alone. As you know, I'm not a lover of war.
It's so fascinating how they're finding this out like this.
Invaders are anything but peaceful. They must be found. And they must be found quickly.
We'll get them, sir.
They're the enemy. Wow, this is a massive contrast with Prime Walter. Whew, it's going to be fun to watch. So they're not doing well, but Olivia's fine.
Scan your ID, lady.
Central Park is 59th Street. That's 3 miles from here.
Okay, then we better get started.
got no cash on them, huh? Take a cab. There you are. Well, if I've understood the Peter character so far, he's very resourceful. Maybe in the end he'll just save himself. Is that his mom? Huh.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
You've been asleep for 3 days.
Makeup job is great. She looks naturally older. This is surreal.
Oh, Peter. I've missed you so much.
The tragedy of it, that he's just taken away from them.
Stop a second.
It's fine, I'm fine. Let's go.
Better know something. What the hell's wrong with us?
It's the Grand Hotel. They never built it.
Things that might have been in our world, but weren't.
Title of an episode.
Come on, it's not far. Did she take good care of you?
She took very good care of me. But she committed suicide about 10 years ago. My mother from the other side, she was wonderful, but she wasn't strong. In fact, she was very, very sad. Which I suppose is because of me.
No. Listen, Peter. In the end, we have to take responsibility for our own decisions, the good and the bad. Your father's going to be so pleased to see you.
He'd said he wanted me to help him with something.
Yes, he's staying in the city tonight, but he asked me to give you this.
Well, my suspicion was that she committed suicide due to guilt.
I like it here. Maybe we can stay. Nick. I'm gonna stay.
I know, baby. I know.
Aww.
Come on, let's go.
She's gonna die. So they're warning them about this machine. Peter...
Did you see him? William Bell? No.
There's water fountain. Come on, I think it'll help.
Are we late?
Maybe you didn't get the message.
Oh, he got it. Hence the guest appearance. Betrayed them. Oh my gosh!
I think I'm staying here.
He knows him. Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Step away.
Oh, she's gonna get angry. Walter.
Man down. Menacing the Great Shout Bridge. Man down.
I want to see her meet with Olivia. Still alive.
Hey. Where's the ambulance?
Can we save him? This is like a great movie.
Dizzy. Must be the onset of hemorrhagic shock.
Hmm?
Oh.
No! Oh my god!
I'm still walking, so the bullet couldn't have hit my spinal cord.
Pressure on it,
You're perfectly fine. Excuse me.
Or just show the drama of him falling in front of a hospital. Alright, I'll take that.
She really understands all these.
Maybe. I'm not sure yet.
Great A+ on that performance, my goodness. Very believable with her.
I tried to wait up.
Oh, hey, baby.
How is he?
Well, he's got third-degree burns over 90% of his body. He's gonna need 3 months in a nanite regeneration chamber.
Technology.
I'm going for a week. Not until the end of time.
Yeah. It's details.
Might be a good day to start drinking.
Oh, God. I would if I could only stand the taste.
I'm not making a list of all the differences. Just telling you that now. I'll just observe as I go.
Just a small anomaly that set off the fuel cell. It's just bad luck at the draw is all.
Colorful t-shirt.
Come on, no more work.
Brownish hair.
Yeah, what's that?
Playful attitude. That's the list.
Oh, you are a god.
I'll get the oil.
Really?
Boyfriend. Tattoos. Matching tattoos. So he has one on his back. And I presume it's going to mean something. Olivia watching a version of herself.
Hello, Olivia.
Oh!
Good to see you again.
Whoa!
How did you know?
I suspected you were coming here.
Okay, so where were you at the park?
I received Nina's message, but when I got to the park, it was too late. There was nothing I could do. My dear Olivia, I know you have good reason not to trust me, but I'm afraid you're going to have to. Walter is in trouble, and I'm quite confident we don't have much time.
So much is coming at me here. Just gotta breathe through all this. So their copy is a bit old looking. So did the observers kind of recreate it specifically to give Olivia? Alright, that's very ominous. It's a machine that will end the world because of Peter. Oh, right. Well, I chose the right 2 episodes to kind of do my watching. Oh boy. Okay, I'm just going to keep the cameras rolling and just assume you'll be patient with me here. Let me just kind of figure out my... Because as I watch it, I kind of take note of scenes, right? I kind of take note of scenes. And there was a decision I was trying to weigh out a little bit for myself when it comes to this particular series based on the feedback I've been receiving. And I think the decision is clear. Okay. I've said before in previous videos that it seems to be a consensus from the majority of the people I interact with about this show in my club, on YouTube, in my social life, because I have colleagues as well who are following along with my reactions and who are familiar with the show. So I'm not going to go on any particular tangent of predictions, theories. If it comes up as I'm watching, I'll say it out loud. I'm like, oh, could that happen? Maybe that's going to happen. But I won't stress myself out, a little pea brain trying to figure things out all the time. That's just the nature of who I am. But it's concerted effort for me that I'm going to really just enjoy the show as it is. In this episode as it is, from what I think I've understood. All right, so the scene that... that's the scene. That just, it's a very big picture possibility type of scene, and that's the revelation of this prophecy-looking sheet of paper. I'm using the term prophecy because it's very prophetic. They've already been establishing elements that are quite similar to the Bible and characters and faith. And that chain with the crucifix, given that to Olivia's niece. Yeah. And also, I'm aware, based on some of the feedback I've received, that's been confirmed, that there is a deliberate comparison, a deliberate analogy to Christianity and all that stuff. So I'm aware of all that, and taking that all into consideration, that's why I think that scene of revealing this issue of Peter possibly being the cause of the end of the world, instead of saving the world as Walter's only son, he might be the end of it. So it's somewhat of an interesting technological crucifixion, really, with this machine that they're trying to build. And Peter is going to be used with it. And they're having him help out, which is even more creepy to watch him look at the layout of the plans. And I think he's being manipulated there somehow, right? All right. Ashamoji, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. I don't know, 2 thumbs up. Oh my God, this is just... If the pacing speeds up from this episode onwards, because I think one of you actually said that. You said the last couple of episodes or the last 3 episodes, that's when things really just skyrocket. Oh, I'm game. Let's bring that on. And all the more so for me to practice chilling out and absorbing whatever I can as it comes and not overthink things and just really, truly watch this entertainment value in all its glory. Yeah? I'm sorry for some of you who perhaps may want to kind of hear a lot of my babbling of stuff, even if I'm wrong, because some of you are nice enough to acknowledge that you do enjoy it. But it'll come here and there. I mean, anything you try to do that's a little different, it's going to take me time. I'm going to need to slow down the momentum of how I normally react and kind of build up the momentum in a different way for me to enjoy the episodes and for you to enjoy my reactions equally to some degree, right? Nothing's perfect. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. some of the notes, of course, with the differences with the characters now. That's going to be fun. I kind of pointed out whatever I could think of in the moment of what I saw different between the two Olivias. The two Walters is just beautifully contrasting for sure, especially with the way Walter Nate acts. But mainly it's his physicality to me that stands out the most. And of course, the way he talks, his status in that world. He's Secretary of Defense. That's that's a huge gap of a difference. And so I'm looking forward to Walter versus Walter. Well, pretty much all their characters versus each other, aside from Peter, of course. If I had to put out, though, without going on a tangent, strain myself here, I had to put out a theory right now of how I think it's going to end. They're going to save Peter. That's a given. That's a given. It's just to see how they're going to do it. William Bell now is back in the picture, and I'm glad for some more explanation on the whole thing with him being stuck there, and so there was only so much he can do to help in their Prime universe. And I look forward to hopefully seeing, well, I guess it depends which Walter is going to meet up with William. Both Walters? That'd be pretty cool. All right, so essentially, I think it's going to end off where they'll save Peter. I'm just wondering, whatever's going on with this machine they're trying to do, maybe, and they're showing this Walter Nate to not be a nice Walter, which it doesn't surprise me. I think there were quite a lot of hints about that anyway. It's what he's going to do. It's whatever the consequence of saving Peter that will lead up to what happens in season 3 or where the story goes. That's where I'm just like, I don't know if I have much of a theory there. I think they're going to really surprise me with something just out of this world, as this episode has so far. Which is so great. It's so great, people. You have no idea. I almost want to cry. Like, it's emotional for me, in a way, when I consider so much junk that I'm stuck with right now in terms of TV shows and stuff to watch. It's so nice to have this show that so far is just a wonderful thing for me. It really is. Not to be all sappy about it, but I love entertainment. I love TV shows and movies, and when they're so good, I like to be always appreciative of that. So I want to thank all of you that suggested for me to watch this show. Thank you very much, and I'm glad at least I had the good sense to give it a try, even though it's been kind of challenging to understand everything. Anyway, okay, enough of that. There you have it. That's my reaction to episode 22 from the second season of Fringe. Bring on those non-spoiler comments or whatever you want to share about this episode. And if you want access to my full reaction, of course, details on joining my club and getting that access, uncut, unfiltered, in terms of what you're seeing on YouTube, it's a little different, okay? It's all that info is in the description box below for you. So until my reaction to the finale episode of season 2, I'll see you later.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.